Hey guys, I got a treat for you today. I got Shaun Boyd in the shop from the YouTube channel Shaun Boyd Made This. He's a fabulous modern furniture designer, and he made this stool here. We're going to be doing a Katz-Moses version of it today. Shaun, why don't you tell us about how you made this thing?
Yeah, so this is kind of a modern bar stool made of hard maple and walnut, and it kind of has this cantilever sliding dovetail joint design to give it a nice strong joint.
That's cool. One of the things I love about this is when I saw it, it looked like I would be scared to sit on it, but honestly I could do jumping jacks on this thing. It is really, really strong. We're gonna cut a template out on the CNC. Shaun's gonna have full-size plans on his website here in about a week. We're gonna cut a full-size template in the interest of speed, but it would be real easy to just tape that template down to a piece of plywood, cut it out and sand down to the line. So we're gonna get started by milling up the lumber here and get this thing made. So here we go. Milling done, and we're going to move on to our next steps, which, Shaun, are?
I think we need to cut out the template on the CNC. We'll glue up our seat to have that going, and then we'll start cutting the sliding dovetails on the base.
Awesome. And one of the things that we did that's really cool that you'll see on the template on Shaun's website is we created a mortise already in there. So what's going to be different from the stool that Shaun made is we're going to do a through tenon with some wedges in it. We're going to use bloodwood to match the seat, which I think is going to look really cool. One of the things that happened was I had this piece of bloodwood. It had a little rock in it, so I had to take a little bit more than I wanted to. So we're not going to carve the seat dish out. We're going to leave it flat, but I think that's going to look really good. So let's get on to cutting some joinery. So on our next step, we're going to get into the joinery, and this has a stopped dovetail in it, which is a really kind of, I think, unique thing that Shaun did. But one of the things that I think is important, Shaun, is how you cut this. So tell us how you got this done in a safe way to do it.
Yeah, so the dovetail goes back about 3.5 inches across our 4-inch board here. And the way I do it is I essentially hog out most of the material with a straight bit, and then I'll come back with the dovetail bit and just do a single pass to get that dovetail shape, and then I'll cut on the upright and kind of nibble away until I get a perfect fit.
And the reason for that is, so when you do a stopped dovetail, there's no safe way to run your router one of the ways if you're trying to run it, if you're trying to widen it. So I think it's really, really important you only do one pass with the dovetail bit, and you clear out most of the material with for us it was a 1/4 inch straight bit that fit in there. And then you can do it without moving your fence. You can just put your dovetail bit in there and run one pass about 3.5 inches back, or about, what is that, 85% of the way back. Yeah. So let's cut some joinery, and we'll get here on the router table. Okay, so now it's time to glue this thing up, and Shaun has come up with a really cool way because of the cantilever design and the 15-degree angle. He's come up with a really cool way of clamping this. Shaun, why don't you tell us what you did here?
Yeah, so we just have a couple clamping blocks here, and on one end they have a little notch to kind of hold up against the workpiece here, and then we've cut an angle on each side to give us a nice even clamping pressure along this entire length.
And that, I think, was a matching angle, but we didn't have to be that accurate with it. It was really, I just kind of drew it and chopped it out on the bandsaw. Go over to Shaun's channel. I have a video linked right here. He made a really cool video about how to clamp odd size shapes using these a design he took from this Bridge City clamping jig here, and it works really well. So we're going to get to gluing this up, and then we're going to get into doing the templates and routing everything to size. So here we go. Now we're going to just put our template on our glued up piece, trace it with a pencil, go get real close to the line on the bandsaw without going over. Then we're going to double stick tape our template to there. Now it's really important you don't take it off for any reason until you're completely done routing both the outside and then, for in this case, the mortise. So we're going to go ahead and do all of that at once, and then when you're done you can switch the template over to your other piece. So we're going to go ahead and trace it out. Okay guys, we're just about there. We've got the, Shaun was nice enough to bring his domino down, which, my God, that thing is a blessing to use. So we've got everything joined up except for the through tenon on the footrest. So we're gonna cut a through tenon. I'm gonna square up these corners here, cut a through tenon. I'm gonna cut some wedges out of bloodwood so that we match those colors. And then we're gonna leave it long because I'm not sure if we're gonna flush trim it or leave it a little bit proud and chamfer all the corners on that. And then what else do we have to do, Shaun?
I think besides that, we need to cut curves on both the front of the seat as well as the footrest, just for aesthetic purposes, and then trim our angle on our back stretcher, and we should be good to go.
And that's the angle that we're gonna match that back angle, which was 15 degrees, right?
Something like that.
Awesome. Doesn't matter, and we're excited to get this thing glued up, so here we go. Guys, whoa, this came out great. Shaun, thank you so much for teaching me how to make this, man. I love this thing.
For sure, man. It was fun.
Yeah, it was a blast. I love the through tenons with the wedges. The bloodwood looks so cool. Guys, go check out Shaun's channel. His channel is really, really fun. He actually lives about 30 miles away from me, so I'm sure you'll be seeing more of us together. But thank you so much for watching. Stay safe in the shop and have a wonderful day.